What if Chandler Bing made the worst decision of his life and married Janice? What if sarcasm said, "I do," to the loudest laugh in New York? Welcome to the timeline where everything went wrong and we couldn't stop watching. It all began on a very average Tuesday. Chandler Bing, corporate drone, sarcastic hero, master of awkward silences, was in a meeting he didn't want to be in, thinking about life he wasn't sure he chose. And then his phone buzzed. A message from a number he hadn't saved, but would always recognize by the way his ears twitched when it rang.
Miss you. Bing-o-ling. Red Heart want coffee? Hot beverage oh. My God. Say yes.
He should have said no. He meant to say no. But the trauma hadn't fully healed, and before he knew it, he typed back,
"Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen?"
He met her in a strange coffee shop that smelled like perfume samples and expired pumpkin spice. Janice had a new laugh, somehow louder, sharper, like a dolphin choking on glitter.
Chandler, look at you. All grown up with your little wrinkle lines. You're like George Clooney, if he got nervous at brunch.
And you haven't changed. At all. Not even a little. That's terrifying.
1 mocha latte, 2 awkward laughs, and 17 oh my gods. Later, they kissed, for no reason. The universe flinched, and just like that, they were a thing. When Chandler broke the news, Monica screamed. Rachel dropped her wine. Joey bit his sandwich in half and just stared. Ross wrote Chandler plus Janice equals extinction in his paleontology journal. They moved in together. Bad move. The wallpaper was velvet. The bed was water. The kitchen had wind chimes. Indoors. Janice redecorated everything. She threw out Chandler's recliner because it looked sad. She replaced it with a hot pink beanbag shaped like a lip.
I feel like I live inside a Barbie dream house that was designed during a panic attack.
You're welcome.
As Chandler slipped deeper into the Janice dimension, the rest of the gang took drastic measures. They began meeting without him, secret huddles over coffee, whispering strategies like war generals in a sitcom battlefield. What started as casual concern quickly turned into tradition. Every Wednesday was officially renamed We Save Chandler Day. Ross, ever the scientist with a flair for the dramatic, proposed elaborate escape plans. Phoebe suggested supernatural solutions, convinced Janice's laugh was some kind of dark energy source. Joey, full of heart and bad ideas, even considered sacrificing himself to seduce Janice, a plan that died as quickly as it was imagined. Even Rachel, who once believed in love against all odds, drew the line here. No one, absolutely no one, deserved that fate. They knew they had to act fast, before the apartment turned entirely pink, before Chandler started laughing back. And then it happened, the moment none of them could stop, and all of them feared. Chandler and Janice got married. The venue? A bizarre little wedding chapel in Las Vegas, shaped like Elvis Presley himself. The entrance was his mouth, the exit was his hips. No one asked why. The guests were few, mostly people who got lost on the way to the buffet. The officiant? Ross, who claimed his online ordination was totally legit. Chandler looked like a man walking the plank. Janice, on the other hand, sparkled like a disco ball in human form. Her dress was sequins, her veil was feathers, and her perfume arrived 5 minutes before she did. The vows were improvised, mostly by Janice, loudly, over and over. Each "oh my God" echoed louder than the last, until even the Elvis impersonator working in the next room paused mid-howl. As they kissed, the lights flickered. A slot machine burst into flames. Somewhere, a stray pigeon gave up mid-flight. The gang watched in stunned silence. No one clapped. Joey dropped his cupcake. The universe blinked, unsure whether to laugh or weep. The honeymoon suite was shaped like a heart, literally. The bed spun slowly. There were mirrors on the ceiling and a laugh track that wouldn't turn off. Janice fell asleep in a feathered robe watching a Golden Girls marathon. Chandler stared at the ceiling, questioning every decision since the one with the blind date. He whispered to himself, They filed for divorce. The judge didn't even ask why. He just nodded. He'd seen the news reports. He'd heard the laugh. Janice left with half the apartment, 3 of Chandler's shirts and the karaoke machine. Chandler got his recliner back. It was little dusty, but so was his soul. He returned to the group like a man who survived a tornado of leopard print and emotional damage. They welcomed him back with coffee and sarcasm, and a ban on the word "oh."
You're safe now.
Let's never speak of this again.
Too late. I wrote a folk song about it.
And so, balance was restored. Chandler never dated Janice again, though sometimes, late at night, he could still hear her laugh, echoing in the depths of his memory. The gang never let him forget, but in time, the trauma faded. Mostly. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.